Hey there. Welcome to Infinity Facts. Automobili Lamborghini is an Italian brand and manufacturer of luxury sports cars and SUVs based in Sant'Agata Bolognese, Italy. The company is owned by the Volkswagen Group through its subsidiary Audi. Here are 12 facts about Automobili Lamborghini you probably didn't know. Number 1. Ferruccio Lamborghini was the original Tony Stark. During World War II, he was stationed on the isolated island of Rhodes as a vehicle maintenance supervisor for the Italian Royal Air Force. Needless to say, being stuck on an island in the middle of a war makes it pretty tricky to secure spare parts, forcing Lamborghini to cobble together scraps to keep his machines running. He quickly earned the reputation of being a master mechanic, and an even more prolific tinkerer. Kind of like that time Tony Stark built a nuclear reactor in a cave. But real. Number 2. The first Lamborghinis were tractors, and they're still made today. Because of that World War II experience, when he got home he started piecing together tractors out of spare parts. People loved them, and his tractor business took off overnight. They're no longer part of the same company, but Lamborghini Trattori are still designed by the same firm that created the Gallardo and the Maserati MC12. They range in price from $30,000 to over $300,000. The only question is, will your neighbor still give you credit for owning a Lambo? Number 3. Lamborghini was founded because Ferrari used tractor clutches and had crummy customer service. Ferruccio famously owned a Ferrari 250 GT, which he took in to be serviced at the Maranello headquarters after realizing that the clutch was identical to the one being used on his production line. He politely asked Enzo Ferrari for a replacement part, who replied, "You're just a silly tractor manufacturer. How could you possibly know anything about sports cars?" Like any red-blooded Italian, he spit on the floor, walked out and started designing his own sports car. 4 months later he unveiled the Lamborghini 350 GTV. Number 4. The first Lamborghini didn't even have an engine when they unveiled it. The 350 GTV may have been the world's first Lambo, and ultimately, it led to the creation of the supercar genre. But when it was first unveiled at the Turin Auto Show it wasn't even finished, so they put a bunch of bricks where the engine should have been and kept the hood shut the entire time. Number 5. In the late 1960s, if you didn't own a Miura, you were nobody. Today, they're owned by people like Nicolas Cage and Jay Leno, but in the 60s Miuras were driven by people like Saudi King Fahd and Prince Faisal, Rod Stewart, Dean Martin, and Frank Sinatra, who famously said about his orange Miura with orange shag and wild boar skin seats, "You buy a Ferrari when you want to be somebody. You buy a Lamborghini when you are somebody." Number 6. There was almost a Lamborghini Taurus. Ferruccio's birthday was April 28th, which meant he was a Taurus. That the constellation is in the shape of a bull is the reason Lamborghinis are named after bulls. It's a good thing he wasn't born in late February or early March, or we could all be lusting after the Lamborghini cichlid. Number 7. Countach is a cuss word. When the head of the Bertone design house first saw the concept that would become the flagship Lambo, he exclaimed Countach, in his Piedmontese dialect. Accounts vary as to what exactly that meant, from bloody hell, to holy shit, to a woman of extravagant looks. Number 8. They made an SUV, and you could get it with a boat motor. The LM002 earned its nickname as the Rambo Lambo because people like Sylvester Stallone drove them. They generally came with just a Countach V12, but in at least one was built this way. It was way better with a powerboat motor from Motori Marini Lamborghini, pumping out over 700 HP. Number 9. Lamborghini has won a ton of offshore powerboat championships. And Motori Marini Lamborghini's engines are some of the most gorgeous internal combustion engines ever assembled. That they're 8.1 liters and put out up to 775 HP is simply a bonus. Number 10. Italian police used Gallardos to transfer donated organs. Lamborghini donated a pair of the AWD Screamers to the Italian equivalent of highway patrol. They used them to save lives, though one of them was totaled when it drove under a Mercedes in 2009. Number 11. Lamborghini wants you to drive like a madman at a ski resort. The Lamborghini Winter Academy is all about teaching you how to have fun while driving 5 to 700 HP Lambos in the Alps. In the winter. Over nothing but snow and ice. It's surprisingly affordable too, unless you hit something. Number 12. They built the very first Viper engine. The Dodge Viper was developed in the late 80s, while Chrysler owned Lamborghini. Rather than simply dropping a truck motor into the car, Dodge had Lamborghini cast an aluminum version of it for the prototype. It wasn't the one used in production, but somewhere, locked away in Detroit, is a Lamborghini-powered Viper. Please like and share. Subscribe for more awesome video. As always, thanks for watching.